with Chief Meteorologist Nick Jansen.
High temperatures were warm today, above average. We're in the upper 80s and some lower 90s here. Not as warm as previously thought because our dew points were in the mid 70s. When you have that much moisture, that much water content in the atmosphere, it's a little harder to warm those temperatures up. So here in Rochester, we fell shy of 90 degrees, yet to make it to the 90-degree mark this calendar year here in the Med City. We look elsewhere, 93 today in Austin, 91 in Owatonna, and it was warm today in La Crosse at 94 degrees. So let's look. The last time we reached the 90s here in Rochester, all the way back September 20th. Yeah, we actually didn't hit the 90s last year in July or in August, but we did in September, and we had some 90-degree days in June of last year. It's actually been 310 days since that 90-degree day in Rochester in September 20th. So we'll see. Maybe we can get another 90-degree day in September this upcoming year. Outside currently still warm. Outside we are at 76 on our Lewis and Ada live camera. Temperature currently at 76 with those winds out of the southeast at 5 miles per hour. I mentioned those dew points. That's why it feels so muggy outside. Those dew points are still in the lower 70s. We were even in the upper 70s, even low 80s today with some of those dew points. Temperatures currently mid 70s, a couple low 80s in some spots, Winona, La Crosse, and Albert Lea. I talked about that threat for some showers and thunderstorms. Here's a look at future track radar. So we do have some shower thunderstorm activity right along the highway here, stretching from about Wabasha, getting into Winona, and even close to Houston County. Keeping a close eye on this cluster of storms off to the northwest, right near about Redwood Falls. You can see that clump of lightning. That's a good indication of a pretty strong thunderstorm. It did have a warning attached to it at one point in time, but I think a lot of this kind of fizzles out here tonight, and most of it will stay right along some of our Mississippi River Valley counties and then to the east, getting into western Wisconsin, right along I-94. So I think most of the viewing area will end up missing out on some much needed rainfall again tonight. What we have is a stationary boundary here, and that's feeding all of this thunderstorm development. You can just barely see another boundary right here. That'll come into play coming up tomorrow, and maybe sparking another round of some isolated strong storms, this time looking to be south of I-90, I think, through the daytime hours tomorrow. So here's future track. Watch, a lot of that rain activity really starts to fizzle out on future track here. And I do think there will be some rain along the Mississippi River Valley here tonight. Future track then brings in a chance for some rainfall by about 5 to 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll see if that ends up holding together. I don't have very high confidence in that. So your weather timeline here tonight, a couple isolated storms mainly east of 52. Tomorrow, we're still looking at warm and muggy conditions, highs in the 80s and a couple low 90s. And then we'll see the threat for some isolated showers and thunderstorms. Timing for that tomorrow looking to be about 2 to 8 p.m. coming up tomorrow evening. Tonight here, overnight low at 67 degrees for the low. Some isolated showers and thunderstorms here throughout the overnight hours. Tomorrow, we'll have high temperatures in the mid 80s, maybe a couple low 90s, and a couple chances for some isolated storms. Right now looking to be south of I-90. We'll see if that changes at all with some new model data that we get in by tomorrow morning. As we look the next 7 days, 80 for the high Saturday, 79 on Sunday. Temps next week, low 80s. Caitlin.
Thanks.